Sacagawea.
Always been one of my favorite coins.
Brilliant uncirculated. This is such a stunning.
And I told you I got a gut feel on this, and I want to share
yes,
that.
about 2026 coming up. Yes, next year. Okay, guys. Here
next year's going to be the semi-quincentennial.
Okay.
Okay, the semi-quincentennial of the United States. Okay. That's the 250th anniversary, by the by. I think the United States government is going to use that as a springboard to fundamentally change American coinage. I believe that.
Wow.
They've already started leaking some of the, so the Kennedy half dollar, for instance, which we're going to see here in just a minute.
Right.
They're taking Kennedy off the half dollar for 2026.
Wow.
So this year, 2025, is the last year of the Kennedy half dollar as we know it. I think they're going to end the Sacagawea. I think they're going to end the So 26 coins, I think, is what this is. Is that right? 26 coins? We can do the count on this because it's 2020.
22.
And it was 25 coins. We had it in 2020 through 2024.
Right.
But then I made them add the 2025.
Add the 2025.
You got to have the 2025. So as the Sacagawea golden dollar started from 2000 through 2008, okay, the first 8 years of the Sacagawea golden dollar, it was just that. And on the reverse, we had the Statue of Liberty.
And those were all the same throughout that year.
And they were all the same.
Okay.
And then in 2009, they started doing it a different way.
Yes.
Every single year, they made it a commemorative, a Native American commemorative sometime. And they started in 2009 with Corn Planter, which is right here. That's Corn Planter right there. And if you go across, and it shows you every single one of all these different Native American heritage, and it's 1 year only designs. And you get one from every single solitary year. That one's particularly difficult to get, 2011, 2012. That's the Cherokee right there.
Yes.
Cherokee, isn't that spectacular?
That's
that you're going to
beautiful.
have that, and you go all the way through to the very end. It's all Native American accomplishments. At first, it was, things in Native American culture, and then it went to Native American accomplishments in America, including the code talkers, steel, the steel walkers, iron walkers, the iron walkers that are in there. There you go. There's the iron walkers right there. The Navajo code talkers, one of my favorite stories of World War II. The code talkers. So, for instance, one of the hardest things in war is you don't want the other side to understand what you're doing, so you have to write in code.
Right.
We didn't have to do that.
Because
we just need to have a Navajo on either end of the phone, because nobody spoke Navajo but Navajo. It was not derived from any other language, and it's impossible to break.
Beautiful.
And so all we did is we had all these hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Navajos that would just be right there, basically on the front, and they'd just be the ones talking, and they'd just talk to each other.
They can talk. Don't matter who's listening.
That doesn't matter. You listen in all you want.
And look, it commemorated on the back of
Isn't
these.
that fantastic?
They also have some Native American swords, like Jim Thorpe, Marigold Ross are here as well, are commemorated on the back as well. And these each were 1 year only.
Right.
And you've got
so here's the thing that comes down to it, and that's all really cool.
Yeah.
But we've been doing this through, by the way, not for nothing, my mother was born in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania.
Really?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, there you go.
Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania.
Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania.
We got some around here.
It's no longer Jim Thorpe. I think they changed it back to whatever it was before Jim Thorpe. They decided to change it to Jim Thorpe, didn't get him anything, so they changed it back.
They changed it back. Okay.
So they changed it back. And so you have all this stuff right there. But here's the thing.
Okay.
And I've loved this every year. That's one of my favorites right there, 2025. That's just spectacular right there. 2021, sorry. 2021. That's the military service.
That's military
service, is what they have with that. So I think, and understand they've not made an announcement yet. I believe they will.
Okay.
I think that they're going to end the Sacagawea golden dollar. I think this is going to be it.
For 2026.
Certainly for 2026, it's not going to be as we know it, and I think they'll take that chance to make something else. We've hit a lot of stuff here. Yeah. And so 25 years these days is about the range that they like to keep a coin in. And so we're 25 years right here, 26 years technically. Yes, sure. Because it's inclusive of 2000 to 2025. And so when you look at that, now what we have here is one coin from every year, and then you can take these, and this kind of lifts up, and you can just pop these out.
And this is how you take a close look at each side.
And now here's the thing.
Yeah.
So look at that coin right there. Isn't that spectacular?
That's a beautiful. Oh, that's stunning. And that was one of those at the back is unique. That 1 year unique.
It's 1 year on the obverse. They're all like
there it is.
They're all like this.
That is, and this is one of those, look, if you're jumping in right now, as I said earlier, that Mike and his team do all the hard work for you. If you're a collector and you're trying to find all of these pieces and you want 2000 to 2025, this is the collection you can get all at once at $179.99.
Because they don't release these to the general public.
Right.
So in other words, you have to buy bags or rolls. I mean, you just can't get them anywhere, and that's kind of the big conundrum right here with the Sacagaweas that we have within this. Please understand what the issues are to be able to get these coins. Now, I have 200 sets I was able to put together. That's just not a lot.
Yeah.
And like I said, so this is the price I had last week and the week before and the week before and the month before.
Correct.
You know, whenever I get these in.
Correct.
If they end the Sacagawea golden dollar, this is a whole different ballgame.
Yes, right. That's right.
You know, that's a whole different ballgame.
Right.
With this. And like I said, these are called golden dollars. That's the actual specific name. If you call something golden, it has no gold in it.
Oh, really?
Okay, yes.
Oh,
and
golden?
particularly in the numismatic, it's golden means it's golden color.
Golden color.
Okay, so these
150 remaining. Sorry to interrupt. I know he said he could only put 200.
These are going quickly.
These are going very fast. 150 remaining. And just as you said, if they do stop producing the Sacagawea, then you have this set. You now have this set. This day, next year, 2026, they make the announcement, and you remember back to tuning in today. This may be the first set you ever purchased. You may be a collector, and you added this to your collection, but now you have the set at $179.99. Take advantage of flexible payments here at HSN.
And you have to understand, these little airtight holders, they're like 69 cents a piece.
Oh, jeez.
Okay,
right,
so there's $15 worth of holders in here,
that's right.
and a $20 box. So now you're down to $30. You're back $3 a coin. Understand, it's $26 face value.
Right.
Okay.
And that on top.
There's $26 coins in here.
Well, boy, you're getting
You know, it's not that everyone's Gem Brilliant uncirculated. Every one of them, other than 2025, is a sold out limited edition as well. Wow. And so what you do is you've got every single Sacagawea I think that's ever going to be made. Personally, they may do some sort of a semi-quincentennial, dual dated thing, but I mean, if they're going to take Kennedy off the $50,
then
I don't think Sacagawea stands a chance.
I don't think she's, right. And so just a heads up, that's what we're talking about. Next year, the 2026, it's 250 years from 1776. That's what we're talking about. This is when things happen, when things change. Now is your opportunity to jump in at $179.99 at flexible payments at $60, no added fee, no added interest. And in the collection you're getting since 2008, those were individual single year, what they did on the reverse side there. Just a beautiful collection. I love the look of it.
And the other thing about it, do not underestimate the value of completeness.
Oh,
the fact with one call you get them all.
Oh, right.
Understand? You know, you start. And here's the interesting thing. So that's the year 2000. Notice how that looks a tiny bit different.
It does.
Than the other coins. It has had time to tone. All of these coins will eventually look like that. They take this beautiful, deep golden tone. And as you go across here, you see all these early coins. And then they just kind of get lighter as you kind of go down the years. And that's simply a function of time.
I see. Okay.
So as you can see, even that's starting to get a little brighter.
Yeah, you can already see it.
Starting to see it. It's a little brighter, a little brighter, a little brighter. You see that one, that one's toned kind of a little bit more. They'll all eventually tone to that gorgeous golden tone.
But you know, you make a great point. The complete set, one call and you're getting them all. And that's what you're getting right now. That's why so many of you come back to us. Look, we're less than 90 seconds here, and these are going very quickly right now. 130 left. If you want to jump in.
So we're 10 dozen and probably half that many folks on the phone.
Listen, right now, I would use the QR code. I would use the QR code right now. Instead of calling in, I would use the QR code on your screen or the item number 912727. Use the app, the HSN app, or go to hsn.com. Make sure you get yours before these are gone, with all the people calling in right now. And everybody shopping online earlier today that saw Coin Collector Show coming up and jumped in. Look at these individual, these are those special commemorative reverse sides.
Because each one's a 1 year only issue.
Fantastic.
Each one's different year by year by year. And I mean, I think that is so spectacular as you go through that. Look at, I mean, every single one of them so stunning. I love the way that it has represented, you know, Native American culture in American culture.
True.
Okay, in American history as well, part and parcel with that. And many of the contributions that they've made throughout the generations, throughout the centuries as well. My favorite is, of course, Code Talkers. You know, they did the movie. There's that
beautiful.
great
Yes,
movie. The
so
Code Talker
good.
movie
Yeah.
was fantastic.
Yeah.
The High Iron guys are crazy.
Yeah.
You ever see the pictures of those guys? I mean, they just walk. They have no fear of heights.
Right. Right. They don't
get vertigo. They have no fear of heights. They just walk on these beams 100 stories in the air. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. That's also magic.
That is magic. I want you to think about this as a gift as well, as a gift to someone. The entire set that you are giving them, and then if they are discontinued next year, imagine kind of what you're giving them. But
then
what a
you're
beautiful
just ahead
gift.
of the game.
You're way ahead of the game. But what a beautiful gift you could give, the whole complete set. Again, we have a lot of people calling in right now, picking up multiple. These are going to go very quickly here. I think we were supposed to stay on this a little bit longer, but we're going to have to move on to something else very soon here because these are going quick.
Just don't have enough. Yeah.
At $179.99, we just don't have enough. It seems like
and it's every year, by the way. By the way, it is complete. We get to go back to that completeness.
Yes.
So it started in 2000. I believe it's going to end in 2025. Okay. There might be some sort of a 2026 kind of transition coin.
Okay.
I don't know if it will. I think the United States Mint is going to just revamp everything through 2026 with the semi-quincentennial. I mean, they've really started doing a lot more with the coins these days with that.
I mean, I said, look, these 2 hours are all about opportunity. It's about opportunity, and it's an opportunity that we're showing you here right now. I do want to give you a little heads up on something. Can we go back here? Okay, we're going to kind of shift gears. Yes, shift gears a little bit here. This is in case you missed it. How many? Only 250